Welcome back to the 102nd episode of A Close Combat, the longest day playthrough with the Germans in the Grand Campaign on Elite difficulty. And, well, we're once again here fighting in Colleville, and we have, over the two past battles we had going on here, or past days of fighting in this battle, I guess, we've taken out all the American tanks with some, expert use of Panzerschrecks. Well, I would, that's kind of braggy, I guess. They ran into it with most of them, but either way, we've taken out the tanks, so now we've also we're ready to push them pretty hard now. We started out here, they started out there. We have gained control of most of the map, and yeah, we're in position now where we can kind of just destroy them. I hope. Probably we can. Let's see what the enemy has, sir. They don't need bazooka teams, so we're gonna remove those. And let's see, bar. Get another bar team in, and a couple of engineer teams. Something like this. This should be good. And then it is my forces. We are kind of running low on reserves ourselves, but this should be enough. Like, if we can just finish them off this time, we're good. So get a company troop in here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 machine gun teams remaining. So that should be okay. We have 3 less teams that we field than them, but we have been fighting for control over positions so that we can now finally give them the death knell. So what I'm going to do is get the machine gun team set up. Maybe one here could do. Honestly, it's a bit far back. Let's put the heavy machine gun team on the corner here. Just ready to spray down anything that's there. Get the MG team set up on the corner here. Basically, we're going to have the MG teams mainly in these buildings. Another MG team right there that we can just kind of set up here to spray down. And then we have one last MG team. Whoops, that's not the one. This is the one. We're also just going to set up here to shoot down from this building. And from here they can cover pretty well. Maybe we should have a MG team here actually. Kind of think of it. Maybe these guys can be in the church tower instead. Just in case the enemy tries to make any moves in this area. They have been seemingly liking to do so in the past. And I also want to have a counter-attack force ready here to go and hopefully get their mortar teams. So we'll have a couple of SUG troops and maybe a couple of Fallschirmjäger troops ready for that. I'm not going to go in immediately, but yeah, this is a counter-strike force in this area that will make some use of eventually in this fight. And other than that, well, let's see if we can't get some stuff in the forest here to kind of give us a little bit of eyes and ears. Try to set them up where they have some actual cover. Yeah, well, that's probably fine. And then we have the 8cm mortar team, which, let's put them here, I think. We have the company troop, which could probably be good to have close to these MG teams just to make their morale a little bit higher and whatnot. Hopefully these Fallschirmjägers will be enough. They do have the FG40 with them, which is kind of a rifle, assault rifle, SMG and machine gun all in one, as the engineers tasked to make it called it. The hairy egg-laying mammoth pig or something. Woolly egg-laying pig duck or something like this. Like basically, it's impossible to make a weapon that's going to be super light and fill every hole, but they made this weapon, and it has its drawbacks, but it's an interesting weapon. Either way, let's begin. Okay, so straight off the bat, we're not really seeing anything, but we're going to sneak these guys in here. So we kind of get them engaged in combat, and maybe spot something with them. Yeah, we're seeing some enemies here. They stood up, they got depleted or destroyed. Okay, let's stop the movement. Let's start the fighting. And also let's kick in mortar support here. Okay, they don't have too much stuff just out in the open at the moment. And this team needs to probably be told specifically to shoot at the enemy to actually do so. Due to distances and whatnot. No shots on that, that's fine. Do have shots on this stuff. Okay, so the mortars are doing pretty okay over here. We are taking some casualties, but that is to be expected. And yeah, we might not have deployed in the best way possible, but I think we've deployed good enough. This enormous cluster of men here, I think maybe we redirect our mortars to fire at them. So everyone here is engaged in the fighting. They're doing a good job. Well, yeah, they're doing a good effort over here. We have taken one casualty, but other than that, we're doing fine. I need to be on the ball with these guys. I need to tell them where to shoot, otherwise they won't shoot due to the distance. Right, well, let's see if we can't open fire on these guys. Not a whole lot of fire going out from here, so that's a bit unfortunate. This rifle team is wiped out. There's some teams here, there, everywhere. The mortars surely are not as overpowered as they are in Last Stand Arnhem. I think the reason that the mortars are as overpowered as they are in Last Stand Arnhem is because they're underpowered in this game. Last Stand Arnhem was the next game they made. In this game, honestly, mortars are nothing, you know? So I feel like they might have compensated for that and gone a little bit too far with the compensation. But we're just gonna hold our positions for now. And keep alive, hopefully. Maybe we can see some of our enemies soon. Gonna sneak the mortar team in here so we have another set of rifles firing out. So team here, there. There's a lot of teams basically. I have half a mind to just kind of move in a little bit here. Maybe we sneak up these two teams just so we can see these guys that are shooting at us. And I think we can move this company truck over here to support them as well. Okay, let's see. Can't shoot that. Can shoot that though. Okay, are we taking any casualties moving in here? Not so far. And we have spotted at least the enemy bar team. So it would be good if we could punish them a little bit over here. Okay, these guys are now in position to open up on the enemy, that's good. Oh, fire at these guys maybe, stop their advance. Oh, I guess not. Well, they should struggle making any progress, I hope. Almost out of MG ammo on these guys, which is a bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. Didn't think they would be that useful. I honestly thought it was better to have the heavy machine gun team here, but should have had them up in the church, so that's my bad. Now, however, they will become useful, supporting against this incoming force here. We also have the mortar team. I should be able to attack this. We have several angles we need to worry about, and there we go, the MG team can open up. Could open up for a second anyway. Over here the situation is more or less under control, I would say. Gonna move these teams in fast, see if we can't spot some enemies to shoot. Sneak in these guys, a little bit closer. Good push, good push. Alright. You know what, let's have everything just move up fast to get closer fast and then throw down when they're in position. Get this command team on defend. It obviously is going to cause a bit more casualties moving in fast like this, but we can gain some ground and maybe actually see what we're fighting. And there we go, everyone's more or less in position. Let's put them in defend, maybe sneak up this Fallschirmjäger team here a little bit more. And can you guys actually get into the fight, or what the fuck? We keep calling away from the enemy and it's not what I want them to do, so... There's a lot of infantry fire coming in. They're certainly taking some casualties. Can't see, okay, maybe I can see the other team. We're gonna throw everything we have at them. If we can't take them out this turn here, we need to rotate in reinforcements. We are taking casualties for sure. And I'm feeling like these guys could be a bit more freaking useful, without me having to tell them specifically to be so. But that's just how it is. Right, I just learned, well I didn't just learn, but you can have, there's hotkeys you can click. Set, X, C, V, B, N, and M. Are different hotkeys you can use if you want. But yeah, it's, I don't know, when playing against the AI I've never really felt the need for it. In online matches against other players it's more useful. I mean, it's not like it's not useful in versus AI engagements, but I just can't be bothered, to be honest. Just not something I've done for the last 2 decades playing the game, so... Just isn't ingrained in my brain. Well, yeah, well, whatever the word, appropriate word would be. Right, well, are these guys firing at all? Can't see. I should be able to see that though. Oh, hello. That should be pretty easy targets now. We're holding on decently here. We've taken a few casualties, but we've taken out some teams, so it's not all bad. The fighting is a bit slow going. Like, not really finishing them off as fast as I sort of expected we would. But let's move the Sugtrip in a bit, since they have an SMG. We can move these guys also into the rifle team here, so they can scavenge some weapons and whatnot. Because I see some of them are running a bit low on ammo. Okay, we lost a guy in the Sugtrip. That's okay. Wait, Fallschirmjägers have 5-man Sugtrips. I just realized that now for some reason. Either way, let's keep spraying at these fuckers. Oh well, these engineer guys, even easier target. Let's go for them. Spray them down with the MG, probably. And we can't see them anymore. Oh, that's fine. Can we shoot these guys maybe? Not the most useful MG positions, this. Feuer eingestellt. These guys, they don't want to shoot. Just use the ammo. We're gonna move you in once you're out of MG ammo. Don't worry about it. Just shoot. Can you reach this 30 cal team? No. Okay, what I'm gonna do is move an MG team in to support over here. In fact, let's make it 2. Let's make the pusher get a little bit more punch to it. We're doing okay over here at least. Engineer team is almost done. Oh, maybe we can sneak a bit closer, maybe we don't have to. I don't know. Can't see, okay. Can, however, maybe see the 30 cal team over there. Okay, well, I was hoping for better effect from the MG team over here, but what can you do? Now they want it through, so the morale is breaking, which is fantastic. And hey, can we punish these guys for standing up and everything over here? There we go. Sometimes you just gotta click the left mouse button yourself, or like use the trigger finger yourself to make sure they actually kill them. Okay, one more salvo going out there, and then it is time for them to move in. Well, they have used almost 1,000 rounds, but I don't know, I feel like I wish they would have been a little bit more effective throughout the fight though. So yeah, submachine gun and 4 rifles coming in, that should help out. Yo, don't stop moving in. Keep going, we need those MGs up on the front. Someone surrendered somewhere, was it the engineers maybe? Yes it was. Cool, now we're gonna sneak these guys to the edge of the forest and see if they can't be getting on some enemies. Too bad all these trees are in the way. But okay, maybe the fighting over here can switch in our favor, or turn in our favor once we get these MGs set up. I wonder if we can get to this house. I'm gonna risk it. Only got one guy with a rifle here though, so maybe that's a bad idea. Let's just go to these enemy corpses there and see if we scavenge up something. Who knows? I guess it could happen. Okay, we got eyes on these guys now. And these guys, which the MG team can fire at. Okay, so these MG teams, will they have shots at various things? Yes they will. Over there, set up the MG and start shooting. You guys get the 30 cal team. Good, we have an MG42 on them. Get the mortars on defend. Someone surrendered. Who was that? 30 cal team surrendered, very nice. Let's push the command team in here. In fact, let's push everything here up slightly towards the edge of the forest. Like this. This should be good. Pushing through, claiming the forest. I guess we made someone else surrender. Yeah, one guy in the bar team here. The enemy morale is breaking tremendously, so that's good. And we have our teams in position here as well now. Let's open fire with them. Alright. Okay, this command team stopped moving, but we'll tell them to move again. And now we have this forest, cleared it out. There's a lot of dead dudes here, but most of them are Americans, so it's all good. So we just let the fighting continue over here until hopefully we tear the enemy apart. Get all these teams set up on defend. Make sure the Fallschirmjäger MG teams are actually shooting at something once they have their MGs set up. Okay, it's reloading, but after it's done reloading, you can maybe start firing at this engineer team. And yeah, that's the mortar team. We can maybe wipe that out. So far so good. We're taking somewhat heavy casualties ourselves here, but nothing like the Americans. Our morale is still high. If you look at this map, we have them here, we have them here and there, and the enemy is cornered over here. Well, cornered might be the wrong word, but they're somewhat surrounded. They're in a crossfire in the somewhat semi-open terrain here, so it's not looking good for them, to put it that way. I'd say we're doing pretty okay. This team has probably shot the last 500 to 700 rounds without hitting anything. Kinda wish I put them in the church. It would have been a much better place to have them. Much better. Alright, we still got good ammo count on the MGs here. So we should be able to annihilate the enemy. Problem is, these guys with pistols won't drop the pistols to pick up a better weapon until the pistol is out of ammo. And one guy in the mortar team will always carry the mortar. Which is a little bit annoying, like... If you don't have any more ammo left for the mortar, then what's the point? You know? Either way, we keep up the pressure. And then maybe at some point we can make a move. I wonder if we smoke off this area here. We have 10 smokes, so let's just smoke like crazy in this area. Create a little bit of a wall and then push up. Probably need a couple of smoke rounds here as well. And of course this mortar team is so that completely negates the effect of the smoke actually. Just makes it worse for us. Now that I think about it. Unless we can get a smoke like right here. Okay, it might be good enough. Now let's push these teams in and get in there. We'll have the MG teams in reserve in the back. And everything that doesn't have an MG will now move in. We're gonna overrun them and hopefully get into good, decent positions to fight them from. We need the MG team to suppress over there. This other MG teams to suppress the other team over there as well. Let's just get in here. Serious MG fire going out. Grenades going out. Not sure from which side. I think it's the enemies throwing grenades right now. But we might be able to take this river here. There's melee engagements, I can't see shit, however, but there is, so... Okay, we can maybe move these Fallschirmjäger dudes in here. While covered by other stuff. Is that a gammon bomb? That's some serious bombs going out there. Might be satchel charges, actually. I forgot about that a little bit. Okay, we're gaining ground, so it's all good. To make sure the MG teams stay supporting. And these MG engineers are running low on ammo. Maybe we can move them over to the platoon HQ team there to scavenge a bit. Same with these guys. Get over here, scavenge up what you can. Okay, never mind over there. Get over here, they surrendered. Go take the weapons. these guys as well. Move up to the next, just over here. Get some weapons scavenged up. A lot of guys are low on ammo at this point. So I'll put them on the fend here. The enemy does not have much left now. We can move the MG teams in as well, I think. At least one of them. We'll move one of them over to where the mortar team is. Oh, and hey, we can take the Victor location as well. That way it's definitely going to be a win in 2 minutes. Maybe truce? Yep. Okay, well there you go. Didn't have to finish the fight, but we took surprisingly low casualties considering how aggressively I chose to play on this area. So our men did pretty well. We had 12 guys killed and 14 incapacitated to the enemy's 34 killed and 26 incapacitated, also 9 taken prisoner. I just want to have a quick look at my soldiers to see. The Sugtrupp. Well, we lost the Fallschirmjäger team. This Sugtrupp team. This Fallschirmjäger team. This Fallschirmjäger team. And that's it. That's all the actual teams we lost. Let's have a quick look at the enemy as well. They took a lot more casualties. They had a rifle team. I had a few guys left. Mortar teams and a rifle team. Beautiful. Now the enemy has 1 regiment left in Normandy. Let's fucking get to them in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I certainly did, actually. I found this like a quite interesting fight. But yeah, I mean, if you did enjoy it, I would appreciate if you could bother leaving a like on it. And with that being said, you can catch me in the next one. Thank you for watching, and have a good one.